If you're in a phase right now where everything just seems so dark and you don't have the will to go on anymore, every day feels the same to you, doing day-to-day activities seems meaningless and exhausting, and you just lost all interest in your life, I'm here to tell you and remind you that there will come a time when you would look back and you would have so much compassion and love for the version of you that's going through this right now. Okay? Hi, my name is Noelle, and let's talk about how are you feeling. I used to feel so lost to the point that I can't even trust myself with anything. It felt so lonely and unsafe within my body no matter where I go. It's like my life is here, things going on, and I'm just like outside watching, and I can't relate to anyone. And I want it to get better, but it just seems like there's not a single ray of light at the end of the tunnel. At my darkest moment, literally taping off my window black and locking myself in a room for days on end, it felt like I'm never going to get out of this. But I did, and you will too. At that point, when I was just at my lowest, I was so sick and tired of the way I was feeling. Like, I asked myself, is this the way I want to continue to live? And I really have to dig deep into the things that make me feel like I'm so worthless to live. And one of the things that helped me the most was to have compassion for myself. And to have compassion for myself is start with letting go. You know, the reason you are where you are right now is because you feel like no matter what you do and how hard you push to accomplish your goal, to the point that you're so physically and mentally exhausted that you ended up here, you still feel like you're not lovable. Why is that? That's because you're putting your whole self-worth into something that's outside of you. Like, you make your whole identity about your career, the material possessions, your role in a relationship, whether it's with your significant other or with your family. And when these things being taken away from you, you don't know who you are without them. And it's painful, but you can choose to accept that this is a great opportunity for you to rebuild your intrinsic self-worth from the inside, from within, and this time with intention. It is time for you to let go of the obsessions to get to where you want to be in order to feel loved. You know, this version of you, this way of thinking, this belief, the lifestyle you led, it leads you here. It helped you survive and kept you safe for however long, but it's no longer serving you and you have to let it go. It's painful because you're literally breaking up with someone you've known your whole life, yourself, and you don't know who you are without this version of you. And you're heartbroken, you're in this state of so much emotion, so much pain, so much hurt, and you don't know why it has to come down to this. But just trust that God, the universe, whatever you believe in, is taking away these things from you to make you available for the thing that's meant for you. Secondly, is acceptance. I know you have hopes and dreams, and you take your goal seriously, and you're so eager to make that happen. But you gotta accept that you're not doing well, and there's some serious problem in your life that you need to address. You are wounded. For now, there's parts in you that's hurt and you're in pain. Imagine that you go on a run and you got into an accident and you broke your leg. Do you just be like, nah, it will heal in time, and you keep running? No. You stop. You go home. You take extra care for it. You take time off and let it heal. But what you're doing right now is you're still limping on with that broken leg while comparing yourself to the healthy person that's running next to you. You have to treat your mental wound the same as your physical wound. If you don't know how to stop running, the healing cannot take place. This is the time for you to slow down, to give yourself the attention and the love that you're so desperately looking from the outside that get you to this point. you're in pain and you're still caught up with all these things you need to be and do, and you can't even take a break to listen to what your body and your soul is asking. I get it. You're not used to ever taking a break in your life. But hello, your leg is broken. Your heart is broken. It's okay to take a break without feeling guilty and shameful on the fact that you're behind. Is that what you think? But you're not behind anyone. You are perfectly on time in your path. And this happened because you need to slow down. You cannot go on like this. Something has got to change, and you are going to make that change happen. There's always going to be people who's doing better than you, no matter where you are in life. But there's also people that wish to be where you are. Think of your younger version of yourself. You should be so proud that you've come this far. So don't waste the energy that you barely have left worrying about competing. You are unique. And there's only one you in this world. Not in an egotistic way, but it's in a sense that like everybody have their own special unique place in this world. You have your own special unique purpose in this world, and you're suffering because you're not aligning with that path. You've just been ignoring your emotion and intuition out of fears. So now is the perfect time to get to know yourself, who you are as a person. What is it that you enjoy to do? What gives you energy? And your priority right now is to get to know yourself and to get intimate with yourself and your soul. So focus on that. Okay, Noelle, I have accepted that this is my reality, but I'm so lonely. You'll probably feel lonely right now because you have distanced yourself from the people and the things that's not good for you, and you have no one to turn to. But we are focusing on the bright side. You this time of not being bothered by anyone's problem and focus on you. Being alone is lonely, but it's also a privilege. I used to surround myself with the people that, when you didn't know your self-worth, you surround yourself with the people that just didn't have your best interest in mind and just always kind of putting you down. I always felt like I have to play small, I have to dim to myself, and I have to act in a way that's unauthentically just to keep this relationship. And it took me a long time to finally realize that maintaining these relationships weren't doing me any good. And I had to muster up the courage to cut myself out of their life. Of course, I went through this whole phase of like up and down, doubting myself I had made the right decisions, feeling so lonely, thinking that thing was good for me. But no, things weren't good, because if it was good, I wouldn't want to be out of it. Looking back, it was so hard and lonely, but it's also one of the best decisions I've made. I now rather be alone and use this time to learn how to be a friend to myself rather than being around the people that just stunt my growth. If you're like me, I'm naturally an empathetic person. I tend to help people and pour so much energy into them, even though I'm not trying to or even in a position to help. And that usually drains me and left me with no energy left to take care of my own life, especially when it comes to family. I know it's so hard and you love them and you want to help them, but I've come to learn that you have to help yourself first. If you become better yourself, you can lead by example. When they see you doing well and they want to learn something from you, they'll come to you. So don't worry that you're not being of help. Talking is easy, when you just giving advice on people's problem. But if you want to help, you have to show them. I grew up with people telling me what I do wrong, criticizing me on everything I do, like how I'm supposed to be, but no one's showing me what right looks like. I have to figure it out by myself, and you can too. Be that cycle breaker that do things differently. Not from a place of like fears and worry and criticizing on whatever that they lack, but from a place of supporting and understanding that they're just trying their best to navigate their life with what they know, just like you. And then you have more compassion for them and for yourself too. I hope that you can see this distance from the people around you. It's a great chance for you to do some self-reflect. Learn how to come home to yourself and meet yourself a little bit deeper so that you can meet the people that you love a little bit deeper as well. That's what you want, right? Okay, you got this. I'll catch up with you in my next video.